Hi everyone, so welcome back to another video. I missed a video last week because I was taking some time off to spend some time with my family as it was my birthday and just to get some fresh air and get away from my apartment for a couple of days. But I'm back now and I'm going to talk about how the Artist Way has changed me uh, to conclude the whole video series that I was doing throughout the progress when I started the course. So, the Artist Way taught me a lot of things about myself and still teaching me a lot of things about myself. There were some things in the book that I didn't agree with that I just decided just to, move away from the stuff that didn't resonate, but take the stuff that did. And it was more so a self discovery on my part of how I am as a person, what I need from different aspects of my life, like friendship, for example. All of my friendships have ebbed and they've flowed, and that's actually what I need. I can't keep up with people every single day, because I get burned out easily, and I just want to be more genuine with myself and more genuine with people. That if I have something to say, I'm going to share it with them. But I'm just going to let things be. I think it's just very important to really listen to my inner guide, which is something that the book in the final chapter touches on, that you believe that you trust your inner guide, your intuition, whenever you make a decision. You trust your feelings a lot more than looking outside yourself for that validation. It doesn't mean that I will not come to a crossroads and I won't ask for advice, but there has to be a balance to that. And that balance is trusting myself, checking in with myself, and then if there's something that I need to learn, or something that I don't understand, I could look outside myself for the answer, because there are knowledgeable people in this world that will be able to help me out along the way. So there's a balancing act toward that. Like, I'm not all knowing. I won't know everything, but it's so important to check in with myself before I do ask for help or advice, because I've done that so many times where I didn't check in with myself, and then when the decision was made, then I would, kick myself for it, because the decision that was made wasn't the thing that I actually needed or wanted. So I do need to check in with myself a lot more than I have been, and trusting my intuition. And that is something that hasn't been taught to me. When I was growing up, I always relied on my mom's intuition and her feelings, but I never really considered my own. The Artist Way helped me realize where I've been steamrolled or bullied in my life to go in a certain direction when I didn't want to go in a certain direction, but somebody else would kind of force that on me, and there was no way to change direction for myself. And there still isn't, to this day. I still have difficulty with this, and this is something that I want to learn. So it's going to take time for me to learn it, but at least, at the very least, the program helped me to recognize that, oh, I've been bullied into this. I was steamrolled into this pathway by somebody else's opinion and their thoughts of what I should be doing. You know what I mean? So there was a couple of that instances, and that's why I think I've been so closed off in my self expression, that I had to rediscover myself, and I'm still rediscovering myself, and not being afraid to comb my hair a certain way, to eat certain things that I like. All these different things are very important to who I am as a person, and a lot of times it's been silenced or quieted down. But I'm hoping with the books I purchased for my birthday, it's going to help me more in my self discovery and standing in my own power, and realizing where I do have that self empowerment, and I'm not going to be feeling as helpless as I have been. So the program, The Artist Way, has really helped me with recognizing this, um, and really helping me reconnect with spirit, because that's how I've always been. I haven't been a religious person. I never have been a religious person, but I've been a very spiritual person where I believe that we all have a relationship with spirit, God, angels. We have a partnership with them because it's our birthright, and we should use that partnership. They can't make the decision for us because they can't live our lives for us, but they can help guide us in certain directions. And I think this is what this YouTube channel was born out of that inner guidance, was that, Nadia, you should go for this. You should try this out. You should try this direction. And I did. I listened to it, and I gave myself a space to be self-expressive, be healthy, and just share my heart with people and what I'm going through and the progress that I've made through the Artist Way. I don't think this will be a program that I will do again in the future from cover to cover, because it is 3 months. It is a lot of work, and it is emotionally draining with high highs. You're going to have high highs in this program, but you're also going to have low lows, because you're going to feel yourself changing. You're going to feel yourself grieving your old self. I went through a period of that, and it wasn't easy. I did enjoy the journaling aspect because I am a writer, but I need to turn the morning pages in a different direction. I didn't keep up with it towards the end. I fell out of it. I felt like it was a lot of emotional draining through those pages, and I got things off my chest, certainly, but I want to do it in a very different way that's more in line with my personality. I do love writing. I will always be a writer, but I think I need a different kind of journaling practice where it's more creative. It's a more creative practice. Um, so I want to do that. And to do that, I'll need to get another journal, but I'm going to save my money toward that goal to get a nice beautiful journal and start journaling again. What the other practice that I started was having a God box, which is a little container that you take and you put all of your thoughts, all of your hopes, all of your wishes, all of your dreams into that box, and your worries in there, and you're just saying to yourself, okay, spirit, I'm giving all these worries to you, and then you step out of your own way and you invite, if you believe in a higher power, you invite that in without letting your ego get in the way of the solution that they're probably going to be giving to you on your path. Because sometimes when we're over focused on the problem, we don't see the solution. So having a God box is something that I have enjoyed doing, and it's just clearing out my head. And then in a couple months, I will check it and I will see how things kind of resolve themselves with my actions and my decisions. So we'll see how that works out in a couple months. But, I learned a lot through the Artist Way. I don't regret taking this journey. There were things, again, I didn't agree with, but I do appreciate what it's given me. It's given me a new sense of self care. So instead of me going through the emotions, I'm actually feeling myself enjoying the self care, enjoying the few hours that I've taken for myself to do an activity, and not just saying I'm going to be doing it. And when I do it in full force. I don't allow distractions to come and play, unless of course it's an emergency, of course. But there was that. There's a lot there. I'm going to be reading more books about different magical things. So you guys will see that on the channel, what I'm learning about. But the other thing that I also recognized was, don't tell everybody your dreams or your hopes, especially when there's people in your life that may not support you. You keep those dreams close to your heart and you share it with people that will uplift you and that will be happy for you. But you keep those dreams close to your heart when you know there are people in your life that might poo poo all over it. So my mom's always taught me that. My mom, ever since I was little, my mom's always taught me that. But I think she taught me that in a way where I had to be quiet, really, from everybody besides my mom and stuff like that. But the truth is, you can share your dreams with people that you do know that support you in it. So that was the big takeaway. My mom was right on it in a certain way, but she wasn't right about everything in that direction. So there was that. So I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about how I show up for other people. I also, when I was doing this program, I was in therapy for a couple weeks. They had the promotion to do therapy at no cost because of the trial. So I made use of the trial period, and I realized that I was going through compassion fatigue, and I needed to step away from everybody else's stuff for a while to recharge myself and then kind of come back when I was much better, when I was feeling much better, and then I can help somebody else out. But I was giving so much of myself away and not really focusing on my self care at the time. So I needed therapy to help with that, and it did, you know. So there was that. I was going through therapy when I was doing this program for part of it, and then eventually, I the trial expired, and I just had to take what I learned through my therapist and apply it here. So I'm realizing that. And then also, my mom told me something that was very honest, and she told me that I'm valuable and I have to take care of myself a lot better, you know. And she was right. It's just that I don't want to be steamrolled or bullied into a direction out of the blue like that, you know. It's very important if you're trying to help somebody, make sure they are part of the solution. You don't just force it on them, but make sure they are an equal in that conversation because it is their life. So you know, just a heads up for all the parents out there. You know, if you are concerned about your kid or how they're self-expressing themselves, make sure you have a conversation before you impose any solution on them. Make sure they are a part of that discussion in terms of a solution or whatever it is that you're working on. Don't just impose things on them because they might feel rebellious and angry that they're not able to self-express themselves. So it could be, it can, the self-expression for people can be like how they style their hair, how, what their relationship with their food is. You know I have to be more careful with the food that I'm taking in my body, you know, so I want to treat it with more respect, but I don't want to focus on too much about, losing weight, but more so the relationship I have with food. So there's all that there. But if you have a teenager that's styling their hair in a certain way and you don't like it, just have a conversation, but let them express themselves, you know? Don't tell them that they don't look good. Don't do that to them, right? So be careful about that and let them be expressive. And because I've been through that myself where comments have been made that my hair doesn't look nice or my hair is set to go for the day and it gets switched up into a ponytail by somebody else. So that's kind of silencing my self-expression. Or I love silver jewelry, but the opinion of somebody else likes gold jewelry for me. You know, that little things like that can really, really silence a person of what they're trying to express and how they want to show up in the world. So be careful, be more understanding, and let your little birdies spread their wings and enjoy their lives, how they're showing up in the world, because how they're showing up in the world is the right way. And unless, of course, they are in danger or in trouble, you know, definitely help them out through that, but let them express. As long as they're not self destructive, let them express. You know, that's the big takeaway for me in my point of view. But, it's just been a learning experience. I know I've vented to my boyfriend how frustrated I've been, when I'm trying to self express myself. And then it kind of gets steamrolled and taken away like that. So, and My inner guidance is whenever I get like a negative comment about how I look or whatever the case, the inner guidance is don't believe the lie. Don't believe the lie. And I'm not going to believe the lie because when I look in the mirror, I look nice and I like my hair. I like everything about myself, even my body. Even when I get frustrated with my body, I love my body. So there we go. But yeah, the artist way has taught me so much, and it's restored my faith in spirit and in myself. But I still have a long way to go. So thank you everybody for all of your help or rather support, because your support is helpful. You know, you view my videos, it is helpful. So thank you so much. This is the last video for the Artist Way, but there'll be more videos to come on books and video games. Take care everybody. Bye bye.